everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Friday night. How's everybody doing? Well, we keep it chill here on Friday nights, so glad you could join in. If you're watching this on the video replay, that means you weren't subscribed to my channel with notifications on or on YouTube. You're probably out doing something, which is okay. But as long as you watch and you get caught up on what's going on, not only are we going to talk about Dogecoin, we're going to talk a little about Bitcoin, we'll talk about overall crypto market, do some comparisons, how Doge is responding this week compared to Bitcoin and other coins as well. And overall, Dogecoin is doing pretty well considering. So we drop down here in the corner. As always, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the little notification bell. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I go live. And for those that are here now, I am live. And Kumu Games, welcome. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome. So what's going on? Yeah, as I've been saying, bearish market. Not total bear, but bearish. I still think there's a lot of people calling for some bigger dips to come, and I am not quite there. Just because I think there's a lot of support going on and a lot of people are just like not selling. We're waiting for the bull market to come. So why would we sell now? If it's going to dip a little more, that's just more people are going to buy in at a lower price. But we see that more with Dogecoin than others. So Dogecoin is not dipping as much as others. So yes, Jajanko, we are going to cover where are we headed. We're going to cover that both short-term and long-term. Bulldozer, hi. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. So look at this chart right now. This right here, this is where we were on Monday with Dogecoin. Two little tails came down to like 6.18. And then we had the big run up on Tuesday because we had that Grayscale SEC case was found in favor of Grayscale. A lot of excitement about that. We also had good news on XApp, formerly known as Twitter, and payments. Good news on that, as Elon Musk says no to using some other form of on-app transactional token, whether it's a coin or diamonds or anything like that. And Elon just said, no, it's going to be true payment system, which he's talking about Doge. We'll cover that in a little bit. So we had that big run up. We get this, the classic, right? The classic M pattern here, right? Just classic. Through Thursday. And then this afternoon, we have this little dump right there. So that's kind of the pattern that we've seen across the whole crypto market. We'll see it on these other charts. But today's low that Dogecoin had today was about 6.22. So it wasn't as low as where Dogecoin had dipped on Monday. So we call that a higher low, right? Higher low on the dip. But look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's low on Monday was at 25.8, but today it dropped down to 25.3, so it's lower. And some are even lower than that. Solana, look at Solana. Solana's dip here was $20, and I thought, yeah, $20, that's a pretty strong support. No, yesterday it dumped below that, and today even lower, all the way down to $19. And you've got others. You've got Hedera just continuing to bleed out. You've got Algorand, unfortunately, continuing to bleed down. Look at that, all the way down to 9 cents today for Algorand. So we had a lot of these that are just lower than where they were on Monday, but not Dogecoin. So with Doge, what we want to look at then, let me get rid of these. So what we want to look at is, how's Doge comparing with others? So here's the Bitcoin dominance, right? So Bitcoin dominance, almost the same pattern. Bitcoin, when it went up on Tuesday, it went up at a higher rate than other cryptos. So the Bitcoin dominance went up. But when it dumped at a higher rate than other cryptos. And so the Bitcoin dominance went right back down. And here it is at 49%. But what did Dogecoin do? Look at Dogecoin's dominance. It's going up. And the relationship between Dogecoin and Bitcoin, it's going up. It's up to 24.6 now. It was down over here at like 23.8. So that continues to go up. And then another interesting thing that's happening is the shorting, right? Big shorts are open on Bitcoin right now. Big time shorts. Bitcoin is getting shorted. They're betting against Bitcoin for the month of September, which traditionally has been bad months for cryptos. So you see all these big short positions open. There were some that were liquidated here. There were some liquidations that happened, but those shorters just opened new short positions because they're betting on the price to go down further. So guess what? Not Dogecoin. You do not see new Dogecoin shorts being open right now. Isn't that amazing? Bitcoin shorts, big time, but not Doge. Because people aren't selling their Dogecoin. Dogecoin doesn't always trade the same as Bitcoin, and we're seeing that right now, particularly on the dips. So that's pretty cool. Those were shorts getting liquidated that we saw on Doge over here. These were these big liquidations when Doge shot up. Because a lot of people were betting against Dogecoin. And then when Dogecoin shot up on Tuesday, you had all those just getting wrecked. And we talked about that on Tuesday and then again on Wednesday of like how many liquidations were happening when the whole crypto market shot up on Tuesday morning. So trying to short, trading leverage. Yeah, it's like gambling. It really is gambling. And yes, you might get lucky. You might be able to regain some losses if you're trading on some leverage and you hit it right. But you don't know where this is going to go right now. 6.3 cents with Doge. You don't know where it's going to be tonight or tomorrow or the next day. But we'll talk about that in a minute because someone has some ideas where it's going to go. And we'll show that. And right now, you'll see these white circles here. This is where I bought into our Kriss Pax DCA portfolio, as Mar says, DCA Doge. Yes, that's what I did. On Tuesday, Tuesday morning, I bought Doge right here into our portfolio at 6.23 cents right there. And Doge went up. I didn't buy up here. It went and it stayed up here. But then after it dumped, I bought some more down here, 6.33. I bought some more. I didn't know it was going to dump a little lower this afternoon. But I'm holding out. I mean, it's recovered back up a little bit. And during some of these live streams, I actually do buy cryptocurrency live on stream. But I'm kind of guessing again. It's like the third stream in a row. I'm saying, I think I'm going to buy a dip. I don't think there's enough momentum going into this weekend to cause Dogecoin to take off. But there could be some dips. And so into our portfolio, I'm going to be buying dips. And you guys have heard me before talking about the portfolio. I think everyone here has probably heard this, but this is our portfolio. It's now at 4,200. We're down about $500 overall, but we're almost halfway through our DCA. We started in July. We've gone through August. We're now in September, and we're going to continue to buy through the month of September, which traditionally has been bad for crypto. And this is how we set this up. So in July, August, September of 2023, we're buying 3 times a week into our portfolio. And yeah, for the past week, it's been bad. It's been bad. Yeah, we had a nice little pump on Tuesday, but then it's all gone. It's all back. Overall, we're 21% Doge, 10% XRP, got some Bitcoin, Algorand, Sheeb, Jasmy, Litecoin, and others. That's what's in our portfolio. And then once we get it all filled up and we're up to $10,000 that I've invested, we're going to watch it. We're going to watch what happens as we go into the bull market and we see whether we get big profits. And then when we sell, I'm going to be sharing half of the profits with you guys. Those that join my YouTube channel are going to share it. That's how this is going to work. So that's what's going on with the Kriss Pax DC8 portfolio there. Now you see this green line. This just means I just keep buying, right? So that's why this is showing green and it's continually going up over the past month. It's just buying in more and more. So the whole value is going up. Once we top it out, $10,000 invested, then we're going to watch this chart and we're going to see how it performs as we go into October, November, December. We'll talk more about those months in just a minute. Over $127 million in crypto assets were liquidated in the past 24 hours as Bitcoin plummets below 26K. That's right. That was right here. This dump right here did over $100 million of liquidations right there on that move. Because a lot of people, I think, were thinking that this was the dump. 26K Bitcoin evened out. And so these are mostly leveraged long positions. These are people that are trading with leverage, buying Bitcoin, saying the price is going to go up. So they do 2x, 10x, 20x, 50x, 70x, 100x leverage. And they look for like these short little swings so they can make more money. But this kind of a drop just kills them. It kills them. I do not trade with leverage, and I don't short the markets. Dollar cost average, buy the dips, wait it out for the bull market. And it's painful sometimes just watching all of this price action. But you just sit back and you just go, you know, my day will come. And that's hard to do, particularly with crypto, because you see some other things like mooning or other things dropping. But that's what we're doing. We're going to wait it out. We're going to do this together. We're going to have fun with it too. Why not, right? Why not have a little fun? Crypto market now, Sheeb, Doge on the edge of a bearish channel pattern. So what is this channel pattern? Well, right now it's these wedges that are forming in the markets. That means a lot of sideways action, up and downs, but it starts to break down below that lower wedge. And that's what we got happening. Breaks out of that lower wedge. And then it's looking at what is the support. The support doesn't look good, and we can see even lower dips. Particularly on Doge, when we go back and we look at on a weekly scale, and we look at where Doge is, and Tom Crown was showing this. If you're watching Tom was saying, if Doge drops below 5 cents, there's no more support until you get back down to 2 cents. I don't think Doge is dropping to 2 cents, guys. There'd be a lot of buying of Doge going to 2 cents again. Unless there was some catastrophic thing that like dumped the whole crypto market. But there's just that's not happening. What we're seeing now is just this is all just good news, and this is trading, And then this is like a little bit of bad news, but it's just trading up and down, still in a bearish market. So that's overall what's happening there. Hey, Mars, finally made 200,000 Doge. Goal to have 250 by April. Good to have goals. That's good to have goals. All right. Bulldozer's working on 100K. Very good. Very good. Will Doge survive? Well, here's what I say about that. Here's what I say about will Doge survive. Dogecoin was created in 2013, right? 2013. And we look at where Dogecoin is today. It's the 7th largest cryptocurrency by market cap. Larger than Cardano, larger than Solana. After all these years and all of the bad stuff that's happened in crypto before, Dogecoin's a survivor. Look at that. Dogecoin's a survivor. Yes. Of course, it is going to survive. Will there be some pain coming forward? Maybe. Again, we're going to look at the monthly predictions in a minute. But yeah, Dogecoin's a survivor. There'll be a little pain along the way, and it's been tough. I know it's been tough. We look at this, go back to, this weekly chart here, and we see from 2021, here's August of 2021 when Doge revisited 35 cents, and since then, it's just been down. But that means eventually it's going to go back up. If you believe in the 4-year cycles, you believe in crypto adoption, and you especially Dogecoin payments on the X app with Elon Musk supporting, this is going to go up. So, what is X's daring expansion, and what could it mean for Dogecoin? And this is in the Bitcoinist news, right? Bitcoinist news, talking about Doge, right? So, Elon Musk's X, the X app, formerly known as Twitter, has been going through an interesting phase. Since Elon took over, crypto enthusiasts can't help but hope that Dogecoin is in the grand plan of things. This is because the social media platform has undergone some daring changes so far. Speculations that Dogecoin could fit into all of this abound. First, audio and video calls. I don't know if you guys have ever used WeChat before, but WeChat, an app, big in China, but a lot of Asians and others use it here in the United States as well. There's a WeChat app, and you can make phone calls and video calls through WeChat. And I'm guessing Elon has used WeChat while he's been in China every time he goes over to Shanghai. So that's coming soon to X. To call people on X app, all you have to do is, have them following you, you following them, and then you can call them. You do video calls, you can do phone calls. Don't need a phone number. Don't need KYC, right? That's how WeChat works. That's coming to X. So that's cool. But how does Dogecoin fit in? Well, earlier this week, news broke that X had received a license to offer payment services across multiple US states. License approval came after over a year of speculation. Social media platform could be moving into the payments space. And we know that because it's something that Elon said he was going to do. And when Elon says he's going to do something, it generally happens, right? This comes after X kickstarted its revenue share system that saw blue accounts get allocated a portion of ad revenue obtained by the company. So you have all these X creators now getting paid, right, for posting on X based on engagement, impressions, views, whatever, and they're getting paid. So in such a case, X could be paying out Dogecoin. That's right. Coming off the back of this, expectations that Musk could decide to integrate Dogecoin to serve as a way for users to receive their revenue share. So X paying Dogecoin out to millions of users worldwide instantly increases the exposure of Doge by over 10x. That is just giving out Doge. So that would mean, if that goes into effect, that means that X, the X app, the X company, X.com, is going to have to buy a crap ton of Dogecoin and have it in their wallet so they can be paying it out. And I don't think that's happened yet. That's cool. That's very cool. And then whether it also is like, tipping, on-app tipping, if you want to send tips directly to anyone without having to do a third-party app integration, that could be coming as well. And if that's all done with Dogecoin, I know the XRP army is saying, oh yeah, Elon's going to use XRP. No, he's not. Elon's never even talked about XRP. Just because XRP has an X in it, that doesn't mean that it's going to be used on the X app. Bitcoin on the Lightning Network. Elon's never talked about that. But X? Yes. What if China tries to take Taiwan? That would be bad. That would be bad. Hope it doesn't happen. We already have one war going on. We don't need another one. FOMC, there was no August FOMC. It was only this Jackson Hole meeting that the Fed had, but it wasn't an FOMC. So the next one is going to be September. And right now, people are saying it's just going to be a pause. Going to keep things like they are. Not raising interest rates anymore, but also there's no pivot to dropping them, and that'll probably happen a long time from now. It's just gonna keep it right where it is. That's my guess. The market always seems to do the opposite of what you think. So maybe we go up this weekend, being that everybody thinks it's going to be down or sideways. You never know. You never know. I think there's going to be a dip somewhere, and I'm going to be buying into our portfolio a little bit when that dip happens. We'll see. It's going to be low volume. But sometimes when we have this low volume, Doge has a way of just drifting up because people aren't selling. Doge 1, we don't know if it's November 5th. We think it's sometime November. I think there's a window of time right now that's being suggested. It'll be interesting though. September would be 2 months before. And we would think that Elon would post something on the XApp platform about the Doge mission when the date is set. So we're waiting, but that would be awesome. That would be awesome. So we'll wait for that. So what's Dogecoin's potential value for the rest of 2023 and beyond? Where's the price going? Well, according to this, which is somebody's opinion and the way somebody does it, and I'm just like, okay, kind of interesting, but the current conditions aren't promising. Several individuals remain hopeful for a possible improvement in the near term. At press time, Doge was trading at 6.357 cents. Nevertheless, community hoped asset wouldn't plummet any further this year. But September is pretty bad. It has been in the past. So this is going to look at Changely, and we'll go to the Changely app in a minute. Their technical analysis for Dogecoin for 2023. And I see you, Gene, Wesley. We're talking about that right now. We're there. For the months of September, October, November, and December, this is what they're saying. They're saying in September, we could see a dip down to 5.6 cents as a minimum, up to 6.7 as a maximum, averaging at about 6.2. October, dip at 5.79, max at 7.3. November, some recovery, low of 7.03 and max at 7.4. And then by December, we're looking at a 6.99 dip, 7.4 max. And some of you are probably saying 7.4, is that all by December? Certainly, if we've got a Doge 1 mission happening in November, this estimate is way too low, way too low. Now, I had predicted Dogecoin back in January of 2023. And my video is still on my channel where I said 12 cents. By the end of the year, Dogecoin is going to be 12 cents. And I still stand by that, 12-cent Dogecoin. And I was getting shit back in January saying, oh, come on, Chris, you don't know what you're talking about. It's going to be way higher than that. Well, here we are in September now. And Doge is at 6.37 cents. So, because I thought of all the things that would happen, something big is going to happen for Dogecoin sometime in 2023. And we've had little tastes of things, but not the big one yet. So that's going to be a while. But what does this Changely website say for the coming month? And this is what they're saying. They're pretty much saying that Doge is going to stick around in the low to mid sixes here through September 9th. And then there's probably going to be some dip in the middle of the month, down to about 5.5 cents, middle of the month. And then it's going to kind of be around there till the end of September, in the mid fives. That's their prediction. We don't know whether that's going to happen. So all we do in our portfolio, DCAing, right? We just buy 3 days a week at whatever the price is on the dips, because I'm buying on the dips now. I'm not buying just whatever the price is as we're streaming. I look for the dips and I buy on the dips. And I add it into the portfolio. So we'll continue to do that through the month of September. And if we do indeed see this kind of price coming down in late September, we'll be buying there too. But we don't know whether that's going to happen. So we continue to buy here as well in the low to mid sixes. We'll continue to buy. Because back here, when Doge was up at, in the mid sevens, right, the end of July into early August, we were saying, wow, a dip to like 6.9 cents would be awesome, right? 6.9, that'd be great. We're going to buy more. And we did buy more at 6.9. But Doge kept going down to 6.3. So everything we're buying now is a lot lower than where we were buying at the end of July into the beginning of August up here. So again, this is looking at just the history, the 4-year cycles, particularly in 2019 with the bad September, and here we are 2023, and that this is the type of thing you can see. So that doesn't look promising. And again, I'm not here just saying that everything is just rocket ships, right? It's like, this could really happen. So we just keep buying. We just keep buying. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you guys what to do at all, but I'm continuing to add to the portfolio on a weekly basis. And when we look at the grand scheme of things, right? A year from now, right? A year and a half from now, and we look back and someone says, you bought Doge at like 6.2 cents. Wow, 6.2 cent Doge. We're just accumulating. Will it go down below 6 and we'll buy more in the 5s? Maybe. Don't know. But there's good things ahead for Dogecoin that we've been talking about. So that's what we do. Pretty crazy, but to be on the Doge bandwagon is a lot of fun. Now, Bitcoin, and what's Bitcoin going to do? Bitcoin's going to go on a run at some point in time. Everyone's talking about the spot ETF. As soon as the spot ETF is approved, Bitcoin's going to take off. Well, that could take a little while. That certainly could. And they're talking 5 or 6 months from now till eventually it gets through all the delays that the SEC can throw at it. And so eventually January, February timeframe, maybe a spot ETF gets approved. Maybe 2 of them, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 of them. We don't know. Don't really know the specifics of how that gets judged. But when that happens, that introduces Bitcoin to a lot of buyers, institutions that have a lot of clients that aren't exposed to Bitcoin today. If they're just going through their institution, yeah, they could go and they could buy Bitcoin themselves. But most of those kinds of buyers are relying on, their financial advisors, right? BlackRock, Fidelity, these big ones to manage their portfolios, and they don't have exposure to Bitcoin right now. And those spot ETFs will do that. That opens the doors for a lot of investors. Now, is BlackRock and Fidelity already accumulating Dogecoin? Maybe. Large Bitcoin holders accumulating Bitcoin. That's what they're seeing on chain. So that could be Fidelity, BlackRock, accumulating Bitcoin at these prices. So when the spot ETF gets approved and the price goes up, they've got Bitcoin at 25, 26K where it is today, and not at the price where it's going to be when it goes up. And when Bitcoin goes up, what do you think is going to happen to the rest of the crypto market? What did we see on Tuesday? Right? Bitcoin went up. What did ETH do? It went up. What did Algorand do? It went up. Solana, HBAR, Sheeb. I mean, all of them, Litecoin, they all had these big spikes. So the whole crypto market goes up. That's what we see. So that's pretty exciting. A former SEC chair guarantees a Bitcoin spot ETF will inevitably be approved. This is Jay Clayton. He sat in Gary Gensler's shoes previously. He's confident that the approval of the Bitcoin ETF is inevitable. Bitcoin is clearly not a security. There's no reason not to approve it. There's already a futures ETF. You've got a futures ETF. The spot ETF should be a no-brainer. SEC is trying to do everything it can now to quash crypto. They probably wish they didn't approve that futures ETF now, but they did. And it's out there. Does Bitcoin's dip below 26K present a buying opportunity? Right? Buying the dips. That's what you guys are doing. Some of you talking about buying the dips. That's what I'm doing, continuing to buy the dips. Fear and greed index is to 40. Fear, right? Fear. So what do long-term buyers do when the fear and greed index hits fear? You buy. You don't sell. You sell when it's up here in the green. You buy when it's down here in the red. And like I said earlier, it's painful sometimes waiting through the ups and downs, negative news. There's more chance as time goes on for more negative news to come in. But that's what happens. You buy. HTL says the grayscale ruling for the longer term is a very positive outcome, greatly increasing the chances of a spot ETF being approved in the US within the next 6 months. This, coupled with the likeliness that the Fed will stop hiking rates this September, should, from a fundamentals perspective at least, be price supportive. So, personally, I don't think September is going to be that bad. Not as bad as what we've seen in the past. Maybe not as bad as this. That's my outlook of it right now. I think there's too many good things, good positive things that are keeping people from selling, keeping the price from dropping even further. I know many are calling for Bitcoin drops to 22K, 20K, even maybe down to 15 again. They're just doing like TA work and they're looking at their Fibonacci's and their price supports. And I'm just looking at the overall news and what's out there. There's like too many good things. And you have this accumulation of, this accumulation happening. So if some people are selling, it's getting eaten up by others who are buying. So that's all good. So 6.3 cent Dogecoin, yeah. We could be buying a lot of Doge over the next month at this price. There could be some little bits of good news that could bring it up, but yeah, 90% of the time they're wrong, Mars says. And that's right. If 90% of the people were right, then there'd be a lot of people making money betting on that prediction. But because 90% of the time they're wrong, that's what makes trading risky, right? Because you don't know. Right now, where we're sitting with this price, you don't know where it's going to be an hour from now, 6 hours from now, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. You don't know. You do the best you can by just looking at trading, looking at trends, and you try and buy the dips like I was doing here. I bought this dip here on Tuesday morning, right before this shot up. That's where I bought. Is that the absolute best price? No, it was a little lower over here, but I could see the trend that was happening. And when that dip happened, I bought. And then did the same thing here. When this was dumping, I was like, okay, this is a good dump. It's going to turn around. I bought it here, 6.33. It dipped a little further, but not too much. That was good. So that's how I DCA buy. Now, when we're talking about selling, we'll talk about that. When fear and greed is back in the green, right? That's when we will be selling. But until then, we're waiting. We're accumulating. And then we're going to wait for the good times. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Doge 1 November would be awesome. X app payments with Dogecoin, going to be very exciting. We don't know what else is going to happen with Doge, many other things. Bitcoin, spot ETF. What if one gets approved in September? Bitcoin goes up, the rest of the crypto market goes up with it, like we saw on Tuesday. But this time it stays up. That could be cool. So that's what we've got. Elon continues to have his little D right here on his X profile. He's got the little Dogecoin D right there, still there. To me, that's his winking to the Doge fam saying, okay, guys, still here, gotcha, looking out for you. That's what I say. So I'll probably do a video sometime this weekend. We'll be live again on Monday, 5 o'clock. Monday is Labor Day here in the United States. Stocks aren't open on the Monday, but I'll be live doing a live stream. So for those that might have the day off, hey, 5 o'clock, tune into Kriss Packs. We'll be talking more on Doge, the crypto market, and all of the stuff that's going on. Thanks for joining me on a chill Friday night. Appreciate the support always. Always give a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Join the channel if you want to be in for the profits of the Kriss Packs portfolio. Because if you believe in the 4-year cycles and we're in that next bull market, when we're selling, that's all profits. And I'll be sharing them with you guys. So that's what we're doing. Hope you all have a good weekend. See you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.